We know that cyber threats are increasing faster than cyber defenses can improve. We hear about large-scale hacking of many big companies every year, leading to hundreds of millions of people's personal information being exposed. Hackers can launch sophisticated attacks by spending a few dollars on the dark web. A hacker can launch a sophisticated attack when personal information is already known. Imagine a world where you still control the transaction integrity despite a successful cyber attack. Not one, but multiple attack vectors. Let me show you how in layperson's terms. Pick up the detailed white paper from the resources section if you want to dive deep. Biometrics now plays a part in authenticating users when they log into a device. What if there is a way to authenticate devices using a system similar to biometrics? Siometrix is our patent-pending breakthrough technology that determines the DNA of the hardware used to manufacture electronic devices and is a form of identification. On the other hand, biometrics are body measurements and calculations related to characteristics like fingerprint, palm veins, face recognition, DNA, and palm print. There are other identification methods unrelated to the human body. Examples are a driver's license, passport, authenticator app, OTP, or social security number. Well-known techniques can break each authentication, human body-derived or otherwise. Two identical devices, like two iPhones rolling off the assembly line in the same manufacturing batch, would be almost impossible to tell apart. Still, Siometrix can tell them apart as easily as one can tell an iPhone from Samsung. Siometrix is different from widely known device fingerprints, a software-defined method that can't distinguish identically configured devices, while Siometrix can. As Siometrix is unique to individual devices, they are more reliable than existing methods in verifying the device's validity. They are, therefore, more robust defenses. While there are cyber defense measures to prevent the rate of digital identity fraud, combining those measures with Siometrix will make hackers' job extremely difficult. Shantanu is the inventor of Siometrix. He has over 25 years of cybersecurity experience in organizations of all sizes in senior positions like head of architecture, advisory, and review board in Siemens. He was the chief architect of a public key infrastructure product suite that the US and Belgian presidents used for signing their respective electronic signature bills. Financial transactions provide an excellent example of current cybersecurity risk exposures. In this example, device A intends to send a financial transaction to device B. The server in between facilitates this process and is potentially vulnerable to attack. Device C is a hacker who takes control of the server, identifies the transaction, intercepts it, and sends it to their own device. The big red arrow is your money going to someone else. Hackers successfully used this technique to siphon off $2 million in a Korean crypto exchange. Years since the start of 2020, there have been over 1,400 similar incidents averaging a total of 14 hijacks a day. These attacks include high-profile incidents involving large companies and national telecom operators. This is where Siometrix comes into play. All participating devices in a transaction are uniquely identified through their Siometrix. Each device's unique Siometrix becomes an identification marker, ensuring that the transaction ceases or does not occur if any device is not matched. All of this happens in a split second and increases security. For example, in the previous slide's financial transaction, consider that the hacker has gained control of the server. In this case, the difference with the Siometrix approach is stark. Under the Siometrix approach, only 3 devices are authenticated by their unique silicon characteristics: Device A, Device B, and the server. Device C is not authenticated. Hence, the hack fails if the hacker attempts to move or divert the transaction to device C. This approach will block the transaction from moving to a device that is not authenticated. Furthermore, it will render any device data captured by device C useless, as it can detect this activity and decline the transaction. The hacker is left with only one option: to deny the service. That could be inconvenient, but your money and your data are safe. This survival against server hijack is in addition to the usual authentication provided by your existing provider. Please email us to learn more about Siometrix and how it can help your business when you are ready to engage us. Thank you for watching this short presentation.